Good morning. Thank you everyone for coming today and joining us at our Bridging Capacity event with a focus on the scholarship in mathematics education. I'm really grateful that you made time in your day to come with us and chat with us today. And I'm grateful also to our sponsors. Fields has supported us very generously, and so has Ontario Tech, Mitch and Leslie Fraser Faculty of Education. Let me begin with a land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge the land on which the Fields Institute for Research in Mathematical Sciences resides, as it's part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We would like to acknowledge and express gratitude to the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation of the Anishinaabe peoples who continue to share their ancestral lands with us. And so again, welcome. It's great to see you here, and welcome to our online folks as well. We have a kind of a full day, and the intentions behind today are what I'm going to say a little bit about. I feel very nervous all of a sudden. Yeah, Parker, who knows me, is like, yep. Well, I'll be all right in a minute. Thank you. I'm looking at a group of friends, and I appreciate it very much. And so really we're here to, the goal is just to kind of bring people together from different perspectives, different areas, different disciplines, but all of whom care about teaching and learning mathematics, in particular at the undergraduate level. The intention is to raise ideas, exchange questions, thoughts, ambitions related to math education and what we could be studying about it and understanding better from our students' perspectives or our teaching perspectives, to make connections, raise questions, and push our thinking. When I was new and emerging, and I was reminiscing a little bit with two of our panelists earlier, I attended the IGPME conference, which was in Seoul. And Dr. Sierpinska, who's a Canadian scholar in MathEd, made this statement, which I thought was like very bold. It is not research, it is not international. And this was my first big international conference. I'd been to one other before. It was the Room Conference, which is American Research and Undergraduate Mathematics Education Conference. And it had a very different tone. And sitting in this audience of, I don't know, 600, 800 people with a Canadian scholar at the front saying this bold statement, it made an impression. The world is really big out there, and there was a lot to learn from it. And as a emerging scholar in this area, I was really inspired by that idea. And of course, my supervisor at the time was also an international scholar, and this was something really to, aspire to. 20 years later, the field has shifted, and it's become kind of bigger and bigger and more established with its own theories, its own methodologies, lots of venues through which you can exchange your ideas. And I didn't have any agenda in choosing these images, just a sample. This is thanks to Google search. But there are a lot of different journal publications, book publications that can guide new researchers and still raise new questions. And so I'm hoping that our conversations today can kind of help us situate our own thinking in research, push our ideas, advance our ambitions, our goals for research, and then again, make connections with other people who are doing and thinking about similar things. So the scope of today, and I'll be kind of brief, is just around, well, undergraduate teaching and learning of mathematics, so undergraduate math education, including student learning or teaching, as well as the mathematical preparation of future teachers. I hope we'll be able to highlight some open questions and current avenues of research, in particular collaborative research, as well as showcase some what I think are key research journals and research articles. And most importantly is to, as I said, share ideas, make connections, and advance our research ideas, our research goals. And so with that in mind, I'd like to spend a few minutes where you can maybe introduce yourselves. I don't know if I introduced myself yet, actually, my nervousness. My name's Amy Mamelo. I'm an associate professor at Ontario Tech University. And so imagine the welcome sign is still up on the screen, and I've done this in an appropriate time. I'm the co-director of the Center for Mathematics Education here at Fields, along with Andy Baruzin, who's an assistant professor at UTM and one of the co-organizers for today. I want to thank very much as well my co-organizers, Peter Taylor, Miroslav Lavrik, and Kitty Yan from Queen's, McMaster, and OIC, respectively. I'll get better at these announcements with time. So for a few minutes, get to know who's around you. You're going to spend the day together. I'll let you know about the schedule, but meet each other if you don't know each other yet. And then I'll introduce the schedule in our first session. So thanks. So as you settle back in, let me go over the schedule for today. So again, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, and welcome to the folks online who've popped in since my earlier welcome. We're going to start off the day with a panel focused on key issues and open questions in mathematics education research, followed by a lunch break and lightning talks where we'll hear from you guys about some of the questions that you're pursuing in your work. And then the afternoon, we'll change gears for a little bit to spend time in working sessions. And these are meant to be more informal, somewhat unstructured. You can drop in to speak with Peter Taylor, who will be in room 332, dialoguing about education and mathematics departments, as well as Andy Baruzin will be there. Or you can drop into room 309 and chat with me about advancing research in this area. Or you can mill about in this room where some of our speakers for today, we've asked you to hang out a little bit just to chat with you, answer some questions, and kind of, again, exchange ideas, make connections, and that sort of thing. After the afternoon coffee break, we'll end the day with a heavy-hitting panel, like two good heavy-hitting panels today, I think. Influential research in undergraduate mathematics education.